Hi, I'm Cole Heirigs, and today we have a new episode of MSPN, and I'm joined with
Cam Manning,
Jeremy Madrigal,
Stephen Harris.
And first, we're going to be talking about our pick'ems for this week. This is a good week. It's a week where people can start clinching their spots in the playoffs. First, we have San Fran, which is a team that can clinch, and at Seattle. This is a battle of two NFC West teams. Both teams are, I'm pretty sure that San Fran is 9-4, and that Seattle is either 8-5 or 7-6, yeah?
something like
So
that.
those are the two teams. I think Seattle can clinch I think Seattle can make the playoffs as like a 7 seed, but I think Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, will get it done again at Seattle. I think he'll carve up the defense. I think San Fran wins.
Yeah, I think even though it's at Seattle, Seattle hasn't been good the past few years, and I don't think Geno Smith can get it done against this really good San Francisco defense, and I don't think Seattle's defense is nearly good enough to stop San Francisco's offense from getting at least, probably 5 touchdowns. So I got San Francisco by at least 14.
I mean, honestly, it's going to be a tough game for Francisco. They're not going to have Debo this game. He's out. But I think Purdy can still get it done along with CMC.
Yeah, I got San Fran winning this one as well. Yeah, it's at Seattle, and Seattle has home field advantage. But Kenneth Walker, as a rookie, he's been doing good. Geno Smith has been doing good as well. DK has been doing good as well. Their whole entire offense has been doing good. But I don't know about the defense. The defense is all right. But San Fran's offense has been pounding it left and right. Even though Jimmy G's out and they got Brock Purdy in, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what quarterback they have. Yeah, Debo's out, but their defense is going to win the championship.
Do you guys think Brock Purdy will be good once teams get more tape on him, or do you think he'll still be?
I think it'll be pretty good.
He'll be pretty good
Yeah, he's going to carry.
Pretty good.
in his later years.
All right, now we have Baltimore at Cleveland. I think this is a good game. It's a battle of the AFC North. I think that Deshaun Watson isn't quite back to his normal form. I don't know if he'll ever be at that because he's been missing so much time. I think Baltimore, I think they have a good backup. They have Tyler Huntley. I think that they have an all right run game. I think, is J.K. Dobbins back this week, or is he out?
Let me look.
Yeah,
Let me look it up.
I'm pretty sure that he's out then.
I think he's in.
Is he?
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's in.
He's in.
All right.
Pretty sure.
Well, I think that then Baltimore has a really good run game. I think that they might. I think in the offseason they should get better receivers, but I think Baltimore can take a W against Cleveland.
It says he tore his ACL. I think that was last year, right?
Yeah, that was last year.
Last year.
So I don't think he's in.
I'm not sure if he's in or not.
Let's just say he's not in. Either way, I think Baltimore wins.
Yeah, honestly. I think Baltimore wins because even though Lamar Jackson's hurt and they have a really, really good backup, he's probably the best backup in the whole NFL right now. I think he should be a starter at some other team, but Baltimore has been really good this year. And I just think Deshaun Watson and Cleveland can't get it done. So I got Baltimore.
Honestly, I think it should be a pretty neck-and-neck game in my opinion. I think Deshaun Watson, he's gonna have pressure in the pocket. He might have to scramble out, but overall, Baltimore is gonna stop that, and then Baltimore by 14.
Yeah, I got Rams winning this one as well. They got a top 3 defense. Their defense is pretty solid, and their offense is really good too. They just need more wide receiver targets, and they got a pretty good run game too. And even though Lamar's hurt, they're still gonna win. But Cleveland, they got Deshaun Watson, but he's not back at his full form yet, as he was in the Texans. But yeah, they got Amari Cooper and Nick Chubb. Amari Cooper's not gonna get as much targets because they got that Marlon Humphrey and some other good corners and safeties. Yeah, and they also got Nick Chubb, but the D-line's going to stop Nick Chubb. Might score a touchdown. But
All right.
I got them winning by 14.
14, yeah. All right, next we have Miami at Buffalo. I think whoever wins this will win the AFC East, yeah? That's AFC East, yeah. But I think I'm rooting for Buffalo to lose because if Buffalo loses and the Chiefs win, then we are the 1 seed, so that's what I want to happen. But ultimately, I think Buffalo can get it done. Miami has a good. I think Jalen Waddle will go for 150. I think Tyreek will go for 150. But I think Buffalo can ultimately get it done with Josh Allen.
Yeah, I think Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs is a number 1 wide receiver QB duo. And I think Tua and Tyreek Hill is probably either 2 or 3. But I think Josh Allen and Diggs will overpower them. And I think Miami won't have as many touchdowns because their offense is pretty good, but I don't think as good as Buffalo's. So I think Buffalo's going to score a little more, so I got Buffalo.
I mean, I want Miami to win, but the Bills do have a really good offense. Tua's going to have lots of pressure in the pocket with Von Miller. Tyreek's he's going to have over 150 for sure.
Yeah.
I think Bills by neck-and-neck game. Bills by 3.
I wouldn't say Bills. I would say the Dolphins are winning because, last game the Dolphins did beat the Bills, but it came down close. And Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen is like an up and down. Yeah, they're really good wide receiver duo, but sometimes they're not really on and off. Like they're not booming a lot of times. But yeah, the Bills' defense is really good though. But I think Miami's gonna overpower them with Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill. That's just unstoppable with Tua. Yeah, they're gonna get a lot of pressure on Tua, but Tua has his QB IQ up more since last time they played, and they played some more harder teams. So I got Dolphins winning by 3.
All right. Next we have Detroit at New York at the Jets. This is a Christmas Day game. I think that both teams are very good. I think that the New York defense, I think that's a stellar defense. I think over time they'll just get better and better. But I think Detroit's a good team. I think that they can make the playoffs. I think that they're like the second team in the NFC North, and I think that they've shown some they can play good against good teams. I think that Jared Goff is really underrated, and I think that ultimately Jared Goff will get it done at New York.
Yeah, I think New York. I think Sauce Gardner's going to lock up Monroe St. Brown. I think Detroit's offense is decent with their 2 running backs. I don't think Jared Goff is that great. But with Mike White and Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore, I think New York will pull out this dub.
Well, Detroit coming off from a win last week, beating the Rams. I'm pretty sure that their confidence and their Goff's pocket presence is gonna be on there. He's gonna be hitting his targets. He's gonna be pretty consistent during the game. I think I got the Lions up by 14.
I don't have to disagree with you. I think the Jets are gonna win. Even though they got a QB issue, they're still gonna win. Like they got a good pass game and a good run game, and their defense is good. Like Sauce Gardner is gonna clamp up anyone he's gonna go against. He's number 1 at preventing touchdowns, so he's gonna clamp up Monroe St. Brown, and Quentin Williams and the other D linemen are gonna help up with the run game. Even though DeAndre Swift and Jamal Williams are both pretty good running backs, but I think the Jets are gonna win by 7.
All right, next we have New England at the Raiders. I think that this is a good game. I think that both teams. I think that the Raiders have a small chance of making the playoffs, but I still think that they'll win. I think that their offense is really good. Darren Waller, Josh Jacobs, Devontae Adams. And then you can't even forget about Hunter Renfrow, bro. Like, that offense is a great offense, I feel like. I think if they build their defense, they'll be a good team, like a solid good team that can make the playoffs every year. I think the Raiders win at home by 14.
Yeah, I think the Raiders have a really good offense. But New England has a not that great offense. New England with Mac Jones, he doesn't really have that many good receivers, I don't feel like. But I think New England's defense can stop Las Vegas, so I'm going with the upset and taking New England.
I mean, honestly, New England's defense is honestly really good. They have really good defense. But I feel like Las Vegas is going to stick to the run game and pound the ball with Josh Jacobs. So I think I'm going to have to take the Raiders.
I'm going to take the Raiders too. Devontae Adams and Derek Carr and Josh Jacobs have been doing great this season, and Hunter Renfrow. Hunter Renfrow hasn't really been doing anything this season, but he's also a great wide receiver, and their defense is also pretty solid. But the Patriots, they got a good defense, but Josh Jacobs and Devontae Adams are still going to overpower them, while their offense is all right. They got Mac Jones and the running back, and I think they got Jacoby Myers, and that's a pretty good wide receiver, but not the best. So I think the Raiders are winning by 7.
Next, we're going to go to Sunday Night Football. New York Giants at the Commanders. Low-key, this is a good game. Like, I think this could be a wild card for sure. Like, this could be a wild card matchup. I think that Washington can get it done. I think Washington has a good, solid roster. I like their running back, trio. Have you guys seen that? You guys noticed that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see that thing about that guy? He got shot in the leg, and now he's back 8 weeks later.
B-Rob.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool. I think that Washington will get it done. I think that they have a good team.
Yeah, I think Taylor Heineke or Carson Wentz. I think he's hurt, though. I think Taylor Heineke with Terry McLaurin is really good, but I also feel like Saquon Barkley can just, pound against this Washington defense. So I honestly think they're both, pretty decent teams. I think they're both, 7-5, 7-5-1 maybe. And I just think New York will pull this off.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Saquon's a hard man to stop, especially with Washington's defense. Saquon's going to make lots of plays in the backfield. Washington's offense isn't really that good. Heineke, I don't think he's going to be able to get it done. I'm going to take New York by 14.
I would have to disagree with you again, because the Commanders is gonna beat New York because their run defense is really good because they got big guys on the D line and they got some big linebackers, so they're gonna stop Saquon. But he might get a touchdown or two, but still, Daniel Jones cannot get it done. Yeah, he's a good dual threat quarterback, but he has no one to throw to except Darius Slayton. But
they played like Kenny Galladay so much money. He hasn't even played like a snap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Paid him like $80 million, right?
And the Commanders have Curtis Samuel and Scary Terry. Taylor Heineke has stepped up big after that Carson Wentz injury.
Yeah.
So in their trio, B-Rob, Antonio Gibson, and someone else, some random, has been doing really good this season. So I think the Commanders are winning by 7.
No.
Oh, I said Commanders. What am I talking about?
If the Commanders
that's
can't
true.
stop the Cowboys' offense, what makes you think they can stop the Giants?
The Giants are
The
terrible.
Giants are
Yeah, I
terrible.
know.
No, they have
No,
Saquon.
but
though.
like-
They
yeah,
can't
no,
stop the
that's-
There's
Cowboys'
only
run game.
Saquon.
No, their offense is. I mean, they
You
need
want
a-
Saquon to pass, catch,
Yeah,
and throw
they
the
need
ball?
a quarterback and receivers. Their only good thing to their offense
The
is a run
Commanders'
game.
run defense is not that good.
I know, but,
Yeah, it is.
like,
These teams-
there's- I mean,
These teams tied like 2 weeks ago, 20-20.
All right, so now we're gonna go to the playoff picture and how the playoffs are looking right now, and we're gonna do like our Super Bowl predictions and all that. So, the first seed is Buffalo, second is Kansas City, 3 is Baltimore, 4 is Tennessee, 5 is Cincinnati, 6 is Miami, 7 is New England. So first we're all gonna do AFC, then we're gonna do NFC. All right.
Okay.
All right.
So first in the AFC, so the Bills are gonna get the first round bye. The matchups are Kansas City versus New England, Baltimore versus Miami, and Cincinnati versus Tennessee. I think that Tennessee and Cincinnati is gonna be a good matchup. You guys see that thing where they last year Ryan Tannehill threw 3 interceptions? I think that they'll come back wanting revenge, and they're not gonna get their revenge, and Cincinnati's gonna stomp by them. Miami at Baltimore. If Lamar Jackson isn't back, this is the easiest game ever. I think even with Lamar, Miami gets it done. Miami has a good team. The only thing I'm worried about is that the only person that has playoff experience really is Tyreek Hill. I don't know if Tua's going to be able to play up to that pressure. I think he's going to be under a lot of pressure. I think he's going to second guess himself. I think he's not going to make the throws that he would usually make. I think that he's going to be a little bit scary, so I think that they're going to have to go more to like jet sweeps in the run game. But I still think Miami can get it done. And then New England at Kansas City. I think Kansas City blows them out. So now it would be Cincinnati versus Buffalo. I think that Buffalo will stomp by them. I think Buffalo wants their get back. So I think Buffalo will win. And then Kansas City at Miami. I think this is the Chiefs' revenge, not Tyreek Hill's revenge. I want Kansas City to stomp all over Miami. I hope it happens. I hope Tyreek Hill has a terrible game. So then it's the 1 seed versus 2 seed. Usually that doesn't happen, but we'll go with it. I think 1 seed versus 2 seed, I want Kansas City to get it done, and they will get it done.
Yeah, I think New England versus Kansas City. Honestly, all I got to say, Kansas City is just a way better team than New England. And same with Miami and Baltimore. I think Miami's just a way better team than Baltimore. And Cincinnati is, I feel like, just a little bit, just like barely better than Tennessee. Just because, like, Joe Burrow, they really picked it up from the start of the season. They were like, what?
They were terrible. Like,
Yeah, no,
every
they were, like,
single
1
year
and
at the
2
start of the
maybe.
season that Joe Burrow hasn't been injured, they're like, what? Like,
Yeah,
they're like not
were
good,
not
and then
good
they
at
like
all.
get back.
Yeah, and then it'll be Cincinnati versus Buffalo. Honestly, Buffalo has probably one of the best wide receiver quarterback duos.
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs. So I'm gonna go Buffalo, going to the NFC Championship, and then I got Kansas City and Miami. And then I'm honestly gonna go Miami with the upset here.
This guy.
Yeah, no, I'm
No
not.
way you just said that.
I'm not a Chiefs fan like y'all, but I just think Miami's for some reason just gonna pull off the upset, and then Miami versus Buffalo. Once again, I'm just gonna go Miami.
Yeah.
Honestly, I just feel it. Miami's going to the Super Bowl.
You know, a lot of people are
Super
sleeping on
Bowl.
Miami. A lot of people are sleeping on Miami. Like, they have a
They've been
chance,
playing
but
against Buffalo.
I think it's Buffalo or
In
Kansas
the
City.
NFC Championship.
So I don't really know.
With Cincinnati and Tennessee, I think Tennessee is going to pull off the upset. I don't think Cincinnati's going to take them. They're not going to take them seriously because they beat them last year. They're going to be confident. They're going to think it's going to be a breeze. But Derrick Henry's going to be pounding that ball, and I'm pretty sure Tennessee's going to advance to that next round. And then I got Miami and Baltimore. I think I'm going to go with the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have a really strong chance at making the Super Bowl, especially with Tua's consistent in the pocket with his receivers with like Waddle and Hill. But we all would like to see the Bills and Chiefs would be a really, really good matchup.
Bro, those
Yeah.
games.
Yeah.
The game last year, bro. That game was so
crazy.
good.
I remember watching
Back
that.
and forth.
I was so sad. I remember I was like almost in tears whenever they scored that touchdown.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, I cried.
He had,
I cried whenever we lost.
How many
to the
touchdowns
Bengals.
did he have that game?
He had
Like 3 or 4?
He had like
4?
283
Oh my
yards.
God, that's a lot.
But whenever we lost to the Bengals
Imagine
last
how many
year,
fantasy
bro,
points that
I
had.
cried. I'm not gonna lie. I cried.
4 touchdowns, 200 yards. That'd be like at least 45 fantasy points.
But yeah, I think I have Miami with the upset, and then I think that's Super Bowl.
What do
Right
you-
there, Miami.
What do you think, Steven?
Well, at this rate, if everyone keeps on winning, because I think Buffalo's going to lose one, so Chiefs could get first round bye week. But if it keeps up like this, I got Cincinnati beating Tennessee in this one. It's a breeze. They played in the regular season, swept through the Titans. They didn't even have Joe Mixon.
I think low-key Derrick Henry looks like he took a step down.
Yeah,
Honestly,
Derrick
yeah.
Henry's not
This
good
year,
anymore.
yeah.
He's washed.
Well,
I don't think he's watching.
I think he's just.
I think he needs a new scheme.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I just think it's this year. This year, it's not his year.
Yeah.
Next year.
And the
year
Titans
after
also
that,
traded away A.J. Brown.
Hold on,
so
hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, Jonathan Taylor was the worst fantasy best ever, bro. I drafted him and he's such a bust.
Yeah,
bro.
because he was so good last
Yeah.
year, and he's
Yeah.
not been. good
Anyway,
at
He
Oh,
was
all
like
this
top
year.
5, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was top
he was
one.
So
He was
good.
first.
He was so good, and you could get him in like the 3rd round last year, and this year he was one.
My first pick was Jalen Hurts, and it was really smart. And then my second was A.J.
Jalen
Brown.
Hurts.
Who
Jalen Hurts
drafts
made
quarterback
it.
Who drafts
first
first?
round?
You're so
This guy.
weird.
This
So
guy.
weird.
No, I mean,
I drafted Jalen Hurts 3rd or 4th round.
I think I drafted him like 5th round. I got him like late.
He's so underrated.
All right. Well, who do you think?
So, anyways, I think the Bengals are going to pull out with this win by 14. Next game, we got Miami versus Baltimore. Baltimore has a really good defense, and Lamar might come back for that game, but Miami's unstoppable. Their offense is really dominant with their pass, and their defense is also really good. So I think Miami's going to stop the Ravens by 14. And then after that, we got the Chiefs and the Patriots. Like, no
Yeah, that's
no
a
questions asked.
Yeah.
No-brainer.
That's a blowout by
Yeah.
That's gonna be like
Yeah.
the Bills and the Patriots last
by
year.
30. By
Yeah.
30. Chiefs are winning by 30. No questions asked.
Right there.
Yeah, and then we got the stupid Bills first round bye week.
Are you gonna finish?
Yeah.
go finish.
Oh yeah, I
it.
forgot. And then so then yeah, blah 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 blah. So the Bengals are gonna play against who?
The
The
Bills.
Buffaloes.
Yeah, they're playing
Yeah.
against the Bills.
So then the Bills are definitely gonna win against the Bengals. It's gonna be a close matchup, but the Bills are gonna come out with the win by 7, at least 14.
All right, Steven, who do you think gets to the Super Bowl out of the AFC?
But yeah, so then the Chiefs play against Miami, and the Chiefs are going to beat Miami. Like, no questions asked. Their offense is way too dominant for their defense. The Chiefs' offense is real quick, and they're going to knock the Miami defense off their shoes. But Miami's offense is really good, though. So they might put up a lot of points against the Chiefs. So I got Chiefs winning by 3 points. So then we got first and second seed.
Yeah.
Bills versus the Chiefs. I got the Chiefs winning this one because I'm a Chiefs fan. But anyways, they're both really good teams, like really good teams, like Super Bowl contender teams. But
It seems like the Chiefs always lose to them in the regular season, and then we win in the playoffs.
yeah, they're not playoff teams. I mean, the Bills is not a playoff team, but the Chiefs are. So their defense is really good, but they've been losing some players. So I think the Chiefs are going to pull out with this win by 3.
All right, now we're gonna go to the NFC. Okay, so Tampa Bay plays Dallas, Washington plays San Fran, the Giants play the Vikings, and Philly gets the bye. So first we have Dallas at Tampa. I don't think this is a question. I think Dallas sweeps. I think Dallas gets by Tampa Bay without really a question. The Commanders at San Fran. I think this is low key like a better game than people realize, because if Brock Purdy is still in at this time, I don't know if Brock Purdy's ready for the playoffs. Like, I don't know if I think he'll have a lot of pressure on him. He's Mr. Irrelevant. I think that he'll be really relevant then, so then I don't know if he's ready for that. I just think that he'll have so much pressure. I think he might make some bad throws, but I think San Fran can still get it done with their amazing offense and they're the best defense in the league.
Yep, best.
I would disagree.
Number one.
I
Who-
disagree.
Who
Who's
do you
better?
think? Who do you
Who's
think?
better?
Cowboys?
Oh, no way you just said that. No way you just said
I'm a
that.
Cowboys fan, and
Oh my
I'm
gosh, guys,
No,
Trevon
no,
Diggs
no.
just got an interception, but he gets
He has,
torched
like-
for 1,000 yards.
He has like 2 interceptions this year, not as good. But seriously, we got a pretty good secondary. We got really good linebackers. We have the best defensive line in the whole NFL. Micah Parsons, and then like
And then who?
a few other people that I don't
Micah
remember.
Parsons is a linebacker, but
Right,
he
he's
lines up as a
both, he's
DN
both.
though.
Micah Parsons brings that heat, dude.
He does, bro.
Nick Bosa does as well.
Alright.
And what's it called? I forgot the other guy's name, but there's like two guys on the 49ers D line, which bring
Nick
in the heat.
Bosa and
But now,
who else?
we got
Something Armstead.
New York Giants at Minnesota. I think that the Vikings, low-key, like, they're good, but I think that something needs to change there. I think that they're good, but they only win in close games. They've never blown anyone out. They played a good team like Dallas, and they got beat 40-3. So I just think that, honestly, I think the Vikings will get by, but I don't think they'll go very far. So now it would be Philly versus Dallas. I think that's a good game. Philly versus Dallas rematch. It would be like 3 times. I want to see who wins the next game against them, but I think you can't beat a good team 3 times. So if Philly wins, I think Dallas wins in the playoffs. If Dallas wins, I think Philly wins in the playoffs. So I'm going to take Dallas beating Philly. I'm going to take...
No way, you just said that.
It's going to happen, trust me.
No, it's not.
I'm going to take...
Philly's going Super Bowl.
San Fran and Minnesota is a good game, but I think... I don't know. Brock Purdy's like something that's like really, really stopping me from going with the San Fran. But hey, let's go with it. Let's go San Fran versus Dallas. Now this is a good game. It's a matchup of like the 1970s.
Yeah. Both these teams, like, they're like tied for like the most Super
Yeah.
Bowls, and with the Patriots.
But I think this is a good game. I still am worried about Brock Purdy, but I think hopefully, I don't want Dallas to make it, but
How dare you.
Dallas versus Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Chiefs win it all.
All right, I like that. I like that prediction. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Chiefs
go.
winning. Chiefs winning Super Bowl?
Yeah.
No,
I disagree with
no,
all
Dallas.
of you guys right now.
Why?
I mean,
Dude,
Cowboys
it's like
fan?
Philly and Dallas who's gonna make it.
He made Dallas
It's
go to
either
the
Philly or-
playoffs.
Dude, I'm a Cowboys fan. The Cowboys are never, ever playoff ready. They could do so good
Bro,
in the regular
Dallas
season.
is actually good though.
No,
No,
Dak
actually-
is always under pressure. He either messes up, he scrambles out, throws a bad pass,
Or
or
he
a pick.
slides.
He's
Okay,
never,
okay, well,
he's
13
never
seconds
like.
left.
Dallas is like
never locked
better
in.
than they've been like
Yeah.
in the last.
They might get first rounded.
Low-key, Tony
since-
Pollard and Zeke is like,
That's
I
what
think
they're
it
known
goes
for.
Lions and then Cowboys with the running back duos.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna go Dallas versus Tampa Bay. Obviously, I'm a big Cowboys fan. I'm gonna go Dallas, and then I got San Francisco is just gonna
Obliterate.
Mollywop.
absolutely kill the Washington Commanders, and then Minnesota. Like you said, they play whenever they do play good teams, they don't do good at all. And they're 10-3 playing against the 7-5-1 7th seed Giants, which Giants are terrible. Well, they're not terrible, but
To be honest,
they're not that great.
this is a playoff picture right now, but do you guys think the Giants will actually make it?
well,
No.
Like,
No.
who would go above them? I want the
Honestly.
Lions to make it. low-key.
honestly, well,
But they're like 5 and 7.
Lions
so I
could
don't-
no. I
No,
thought
the
they were
Lions
6 and
can't
7.
make it. No.
Hold on.
The
Something like
Lions
that.
could make it.
Alright.
The Lions could make it.
They could?
If the Giants and Commanders lose, and if Detroit wins like almost every single of their games.
Okay, so the Lions
then
are
they can make
the
it.
Lions are 6 and 7. The Giants are 7 and 5. So the Giants need to lose, and the Lions need to go on a win streak. I want the Lions.
But like,
The Seahawks can also go too if Commanders lose their game. And
Do you? I don't know. This I think the NFC.
This could be
much
weird.
more of a toss up.
the NFC East,
NFC
all
East
4
is like
teams
the.
are in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I
honestly,
didn't even notice that. That's low-key crazy.
yeah, I know. Okay, so like I got Tampa Bay against Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
or no, not Tampa Bay against Dallas. Philly against Dallas. Honestly, it's not an upset here. I feel like Dallas is literally a better team than Philly. And then I got 49ers versus Minnesota. I got to go 49ers here. Their offense is great. So I got Dallas versus San Francisco. And as a Cowboys fan,
Let's see what Kim says.
I hate to do it, but San Francisco,
Yeah.
number 1 team in the NFC.
the only
I feel
thing,
like.
the only reason
They got
why I'm
the
not going
best
all in on San
offense.
Fran is Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to see how he plays in the last little bit.
Yeah, I got San Francisco and Chiefs in the
Who do you think wins?
Super Bowl.
Low-key, imagine if Brock
Honestly,
Purdy
just
won the
Chiefs.
Super Bowl. The
That'd be-
last pick in the draft wins
That'd be
the
crazy.
That'd be
Super Bowl.
actually crazy.
I would.
All right, what do you think, Jeremy?
I got Kansas City.
I mean, honestly, I think I got Dallas beating Tampa Bay, and then San Francisco destroying Washington. Washington will put up a good fight, but I still think San Francisco is going to come up on top. And then after that, you got Dallas and San Francisco. I think that's going to be a really good matchup. I don't think Dad's going to be able to pull it off, and I got San Francisco winning along with Purdy and his offense. And then I got Minnesota and Giants. I have Minnesota. I think they're going to get the dub. And then San Francisco is going to get beat them. And then I think San Francisco is going to make it to Super Bowl with the Dolphins. And then Dolphins come up top.
Yep.
What do you think, Steven?
I got Dallas beating against Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is just not the team this year. They got the only reason why they made the playoffs is because they got a trash division.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why.
Sure.
So Dallas is winning with their offense and their defense. So then after that, we got 49ers versus Commanders. 49ers mollywhopping the Commanders. The Commanders are doing all right this season. They've definitely stepped up from last season, but the 49ers defense is just destroying them. Then after that, we got the Giants versus the Vikings. And then I got the Vikings winning this one. Jay Jettis is on his season to 2,000 yards, which is crazy wild.
That is really good.
Is he leading in yards?
Yeah.
I think so.
There's a
In
Tyreek Hill.
reception
I think
yards.
it's
Oh, wait, no.
I think
It's
just
either-
Jefferson.
Jay Jettis.
It's either one of those two.
He has
Tyreek Hill.
1,500. And then I think Tyreek Hill has like 1,100 or something like that. So yeah, I think the Vikings are winning this one. So then after that, the Vikings play against the Dallas, and then I got Vikings winning that one. And after that, we got Philly against what's it called, San Fran. I got Philly winning this one because Philly's just the team to beat this year. So yeah. Then the NFC Championship would be Philly versus the Vikings. I got Philly winning this one again. Because the Eagles already beat the Vikings in the regular season. So then Super Bowl, the Eagles versus Kansas City Chiefs, and I got Kansas City winning.
All right. That's it. That's it for MSPN. See you next time.
Merry Christmas.
And happy holidays.